There we go. Okay. Two beautiful babies in the room right now. Two beautiful babies and two Olympians. That's a good picture right now, people.
At this point, I'm going to say for Daphne. How about Daphne?
That's too cute a picture right there. This man sitting down right now put on a show tonight like I have never seen by such a young man at this stage in his career. And I gotta say something, this is a little bit extreme, but I was thinking about this during the fight. Like, I mean, I knew that the fight wasn't going to go to distance, and I actually thought that maybe it was going to have to be stopped by Chris's corner before he got hurt. And no one ever did that to Chris Algieri. Chris Algieri's a real fighter. But I have not seen body punching like that since Sugar Ray Leonard was a 147-pound fighter. Like, that was some of the best body shots I've ever seen in boxing, and at that weight class. And what blows me away about this young man is like the poise, the speed, the ring generalship, and the power that comes with it for such a young guy. And every step he's taken up, he's walked through people. And you know, Manny Pacquiao in Macau knocked Chris down 5 times and couldn't get him out. You know, there's a guy fighting Canelo Alvarez who barely beat Algieri. And Algieri beat, you know, Provodnikov. What this guy just did was scary. And the talent that he has, and I'm going to stop in a minute and let him talk as he answers questions, but I said this to him, and I'm going to say it to you because I really believe this. Like, this guy's ceiling is higher than anyone I've seen in a long, long, long time. And it was an honor to promote this fight tonight, and an honor to promote you tonight. It was.
Yes, sir.
Question 1. Were you expecting more of a fight than you got?
Yeah, I did. You know, Chris Algieri, first off, I'd like to thank Chris Algieri for giving me this opportunity. There wasn't a lot of fighters out there trying to fight me, and he stepped up to the plate. And Chris Algieri, he's a tough fighter, and when you have him hurt, that's when he fights the best. So when I knocked him down, I expect him to get up and you know, come at me a little bit, but you know, he kept moving. I think he was still hurt, and I was able to finish him.
Errol, hey, congrats on the win. You look great. You know, like you said in the ring, you're next in line for Kell Brook. Most people, I think, believe he's the best welterweight in the world right now. But you know, after this performance, a lot of people are going to favor you. Do you want that fight next, and how do you see it going?
Definitely, I'll take that fight next. I'm the #1 contender, so you know, I'm next up to fight Kell Brook, and that's what I'm looking for. And how that fight will go, I will win. You know, Kell Brook's a good fighter, taking nothing away from him, but I believe in my abilities and I believe what I can do in the ring.
Then 2-part question. 1, will you travel to England for the fight? And 2, what do you think Kell Brook is thinking after watching this fight, or when he watches it?
I don't know what Kell Brooks is thinking, but you know, that's negotiations. I let my camp deal with the negotiations. If he comes here, then I'll fight him here. If I have to go over there, then it is what it is. I'm not scared of Kell Brooks. I'm not scared to go over there to England and bring the title back.
Errol, over on your right, Chris Algieri survived 6 knockdowns against Manny Pacquiao, but he couldn't take your power tonight. What do you think that shows when you compare those 2 fights, and how much did you watch the Pacquiao fight preparing for this one?
I'll say that again.
How much did you watch the Pacquiao fight to prepare for this one, and also, what does it say that Algieri couldn't stand up to your power, but he got up 6 times against Pacquiao?
You know, it goes back to what my coach said. You know, Manny Pacquiao, he's a hard puncher. You know, he's quick, but, you know, he lacks fundamentals. And that's what I'm big on. I'm big on fundamentals. I can cut off the ring. I can throw, I can vary up my punches. And that's something that, you know, Manny Pacquiao can't do. He can't cut off the ring. As you see with Floyd and as you see with Chris Algieri, when Chris Algieri got hurt, he was able to move and, you know, recover. I didn't allow Chris Algieri to do that.
Back here.
Hey, Errol. Straight. Right here.
Okay.
Congratulations.
What's up, Dan?
Hey. That was impressive. My question for you is, you know, as Greg said about Pacquiao, one thing that Lou said after the fight was not only does he believe that you would beat Pacquiao and basically every other welterweight out there, he said Mayweather ain't coming back out of retirement to fight this guy. And not only does he think that you are already one of the very top welterweights, but one of the top guys pound for pound even perhaps after this type of performance and looking at your potential. So on the scale of, some people still consider you a prospect coming into the fight. Other people like Lou now saw what you just did to Algieri, think that you're, you know, right on top of the sport. Where do you think you are in relation to, that's a pretty wide array of stuff, but how do you think you stack up in that landscape?
I think I'm in the mix with everybody. I'm in the mix. I think I'm in the top 5. I'm in there with likes of Kell Brooks and Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and the rest of those guys. I'm right there. And I'm the #1 mandatory for Kell Brooks, so hopefully we can get that in real soon.
I was going to ask you how quickly, well, put it like this, do you think that your next fight can be for one of the world titles, whether it's against Kell Brook or one of the other champions that are involved with PBC and Al Heyman?
It could be, but if it's not, hopefully later on in the year I get to fight Kell Brooks, but you know, I have to talk with my team, and you know, I'm in no rush.
Given that this is a year when a lot of welterweights are in action, we started out with Kell Brook, Danny Garcia winning, Jesse Vargas, obviously Pacquiao, Bradley, and those guys, and now this follows up with Thurman and Porter. How much does this performance, Lou, any of you guys can answer, change the narrative for that fight and every other fight? I mean, this is right in the middle. You make this statement, you don't even have a title.
I'll let Lou answer.
No, you answer too.
I'll let him answer first.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I don't think Kell Brook can win a piece of it. I mean, honestly. And
I was like, I'll be honest, I was a little shocked tonight. I mean, I thought he was going to win. I mean, I sort of like, I have great respect for Chris, you know. And I know Chris very well since a kid. I mean, and you know, and Chris has never gotten steamrolled. No one's ever run through him like that, ever. You know, is there anyone in this room thinks that would be a prohibitive favorite over him? Anyone? Anyone? I don't think there's anyone. That's pretty amazing for you know. I remember when he came out of the Olympics and Al signed all these like Olympians, and like, I'll be honest, this is the truth. I called out and I said, I don't think by much of like most of the Olympians, but this one kid is pretty awesome. And I thought that when he was an amateur, but the progression he's made as a pro and the poise, and you know what too, like, here's another thing I love. The guy's humble. I mean, he's not like very like talkative, crazily like loquacious guy. He doesn't like waste words, you know. But you also just heard him say like the truth. He ain't afraid of anybody. No one you're gonna put in front of him that he's gonna think he can't beat. And after what you just saw, there's no one in the room. I know this. There's no one in this room who doesn't know enough about boxing that they know that this man is not live. This man has the potential to beat anyone in the world today. Anyone. And then you can answer the question.
You still say that the Porter-Thurman fight is, or the both fights were to determine the best welterweight now that you did what you did?
Nah, I mean, I think it's kind of like a tournament right now. I mean, you got the got the Keith Thurman and Sean Porter, and then after they fight, hopefully I fight Kell Brook, and hopefully maybe the winner fights Danny Garcia, and then the winner of the meeting, Kell Brook, will fight Danny Garcia, the winner of Keith Thurman, Sean Porter. I see he has a round robin, and everybody's fighting for that top spot that Floyd left.
That's a very intelligent answer, because you look at it like, whatever you think of Danny Garcia, I happen to be a big fan of Danny Garcia, because for whatever like shortcomings he has, and like as vulnerable as he looks, he always finds a way to win. Always finds a way to win. And then Thurman and Porter, which is going to be in this building on June 25th, and another show that's going to be it's going to be top to bottom as good as this show was tonight. That fight's awesome. You know, it really is. I mean, it's like, I don't know who's going to win, and most people don't know who's going to win. And for the time being, right now, that's the best fight you can make in the welterweight division right now. And that's happening June 25th. I'm sure he's going to be sitting ringside. You know, but then the winner of that fight is going to have to look down in the crowd and see him.
Errol, you talked about your fundamentals being important to you, and Lou talked about your development since the Olympics. Can you just describe how you combine such an efficient, compact style with that power?
It's gym work. I mean, 6 days a week in the gym, beating on our craft. That's what we do. You know, you can't be perfect. You're not gonna be perfect, but you can try to be perfect. And you know, my coach stays on me. You know, he's a pain in the butt sometimes, but you know, he stays on me every day in the gym, even when I'm sparring. You know, if I do any little thing wrong, he's automatically fixing and telling me what I'm doing wrong. No matter if I'm hitting the bag, shadow boxing, playing around, you know, he fixes everything. So, you know, we just work in the gym, work hard, stay focused, and you know, work on trying to be perfect.
Right here, Errol. Errol, Chris Connor here with Fight City here. So, what do you feel you need to improve on to beat, you know, the Keith Thurmans, Danny Garcias, the guys who are that complete fighter? You're beating the guys beneath you, you're beating guys who are that one level below you. What do you feel you need to improve on to beat the world champions?
You said what again?
What do you feel you need to do to improve your game to become?
I just need to keep doing what I've been doing, like I did tonight. You know, I proved that I'm there with Keith Thurman and Amir Khan and Sean Porter and Manny Pacquiao, because I put on a performance that Manny Pacquiao didn't do and Amir Khan didn't do. They didn't stop Chris Algieri.
A lot of people are going to pay $79.95 to watch Canelo Alvarez fight Amir Khan. You saw Amir Khan fight Chris Algieri.
He was running.
You saw Errol Spence fight Chris Algieri. You know what chance I would give Amir Khan with Errol Spence? This. 0. 0.
Earl, a lot of people, right here, Mr. Gibbs with the Boxing Voice, a lot of people, Earl, asking you about the winner. Okay. They're asking you about the winner to Keith Thurman and Sean Porter, but you know that both Ken and Thurman have been very adamant about you not having the resume, you not having the opponents that would entice them to get in the ring with you. What sort of statement does today's win send to those particular two gentlemen that were very vocal in the media?
I think it was a big statement, especially on the behalf of Keith Thurman, because I mean, the only notable win Keith Thurman really has is Robert Guerrero.
And what would happen if...
And he's been pro for like 8 years. I've been pro for 3.5 years.
What would happen if this man fought Robert Guerrero?
Now, you knocked Guerrero out.
No, anytime he would have knocked him out. Anytime. There wasn't a moment in Guerrero's career that this man would have knocked him out.
Right here, Errol.
Question for Coach. How impressed were you with Errol's ability to slip and slide in the pocket on the inside and deliver punches from both sides while also tying up Algieri?
Well, not so much impressed. I was just pleased that he had done what we prepared to do. I mean, we work on these things in the gym, and I say like in the third or fourth round, I told him to throw more jabs, get back to the jab, and control the distance at his range, because it'll make Chris start to reach.
And when you start to reach, that's when those bigger shots start to land. Because you have to get him to relax a little bit. He was bracing up, blocking the shots with his elbows and his arms, but when he uses the distance and his range, you saw that he was able to hit the shots over the top and counterpunch it.
Derek, with this fight, you use the comparison to Pacquiao a lot. Can you just elaborate a little on that and be specific as to why you think Errol is technically more sound than Manny Pacquiao, especially now after the win?
Well, it's not so much about me using it. You saw how he fought Pacquiao, and I really chose not to really look at the Pacquiao fight, but I did watch it, and Pacquiao is a very fast and very strong puncher, but he has no skills, he has no fundamentals. Didn't have a jab, so no defense. So that's the difference in what you saw when you have a guy who can just walk in behind a jab is because he has defense. You know, he didn't have to move around and step up. He has defense, so that I believe that's the difference. Is that, I mean, not to say anything harsh about Pacquiao, but that's the truth. If you watch boxing, someone got to watch every inch, every bit about everything because I'm in school all the time. You always got to be in school learning, and I watch these fighters and I see exactly what they do, and that's the difference with Errol is I make sure he keeps his hands up high, works the jab, and we work on different types of things that once he's in the ring, he can make small little adjustments, a step here, step there, to kind of get out of the way and the counter shot.
Any other questions, y'all?
One for Lou DiBella, Robert Brazil, Road Combat Media. Now, there's a second side to this whole fight. As you know, in the work-up to this fight, Chris Algieri has been loud about his promotional problems with Joe DeGuardia.
You're not going to do with me.
I understand that. Also, it's been said that he had to lose too much weight for this fight. Do you think that
I don't know, he was a 40-pounder, and this fight was a 47. If he had to lose too much weight, then he shouldn't eat as much.
Do you think that this combination of factors might have affected Algieri in the sense that maybe he didn't want to be there? Because it looked a lot like he didn't want to be there.
Let me tell you something. He's a real fighter. It wasn't that he didn't want to be there. He simply tonight fought a better fighter.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone. Good night.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.